Hey, it's Paul from howtoplaybassdotcom. In today's lesson I'm going to look at the bass line to Love Shack by the B-52s. There's four main parts we need to look at. We're going to look at the intro, we're going to look at the verse, and they're very similar, they're based on the same pattern. We're going to look at the chorus, where 8 of the 12 bars of the chorus are based on the pattern we use in the intro and the verse with a slight variation. And then we're going to look at the section where the lyric says something like "sign says stay awake fool," which is just after the minute mark of the song. And what happens in that section is the bass drops out and hits some stabs on the and of beats 3 and beats 4, and then comes back in, and then we're back into the song. And those 4 sections are all you need to get through the song. Now if you're playing it live, of course you can throw in some extra variations as you get to the kind of the breakdown sections where it's just drum and bass. You can throw in a few more things to push it forward, make it slightly more intense rhythmically. But these basic sections, if you put them together in the right order, will get you through the song and you'll sound pretty authentic doing so. Before we get started with that intro and the kind of the 2-bar riff that drives the song, if you're not already a subscriber to my free monthly, you can click the link. It's here underneath the video if you're watching on YouTube. Head over to my website and subscribe. As a thank you for subscribing, you'll get a sequence of song lessons in video and PDF format over the next few days. You get the locations of those delivered via email. Plus there's a song tutorial every month. Again, that's in video and PDF format. All this material is exclusive to people who sign up, so it's definitely worth doing. So go and do that, and then head back here and we'll get started with the intro to the Love Shack. Just heard the intro with the backing track. The intro is 12 bars long and it comes in on the 7th bar. And we've got a 3-note tag, which is just open E, F, first fret of that E string, and G, which then leads us into the 2-bar riff, and that's repeated another 6 times. That 2-bar riff sounds like this. Played really slowly. What we've got is C, C, E, F, G, 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 B flat, G, B flat, C, and the note locations. C is the 3rd fret of the A string, open E, F and G at the 1st and 3rd frets as before, B flat, 1st fret of the A string, back to G, 3rd fret of the E string, back to B flat, back to C, 1st and 3rd frets of the A string. So that 2-bar pattern again. Okay, and this pattern's used in the verse, it's also used in the chorus and in the 4th section that we need to look at with some slight variations. So do spend some time getting that pattern down. We'll move on and look at the verse in a very perfunctory manner because the verse just uses this pattern repeated 4 times. You just heard the verse being played with the slowed down backing track. As I said at the end of the intro section, it's just the basic riff played 4 times, and that'll get you through the verse. I won't do the note locations, but just go quickly over the notes again. C, C, E, F, G, 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 B flat, G, B flat, C. That's the riff. Play that 2-bar pattern 4 times. That will get you through the verse. The next section we need to look at is the chorus. heard the chorus section with the slowed down backing track. 12 bar section, again we've got quite a lot of it's based on that riff that we looked at in the intro and the verse, or there's some slight and subtle variations which we'll go through. It starts off, first 4 bars, we're just playing on root notes, C, E flat, F, A flat are the root notes we're looking at. C is the 3rd fret of the A string, E flat at the 6th fret, F the 3rd fret of the D string, A flat at the 6th fret of the D string. And the kind of rhythm we're going to play is going to be like this. And you get a little slide down on that very last quarter note of the A flat. So that's the first 4 bars. Then we go back and we've got another 8 bars where we're playing through this repetitive chord progression which we've got the groove on. First time through we're going to play it without variation. Okay, then the second time through, this is the variation we're going to play. A nice little variation there. So what we're doing is we're playing C to B flat to C, 3rd and 1st frets of the A string of course, and then we're going to play E, F, F sharp, G, open E string, 1st, 2nd and 3rd frets of the E string. Then we're going to play another G, open A, G, B flat at the 1st fret of the A string, G, B flat, C. And played up to speed, that pattern is. And played slowly. Okay, so it's a nice little variation. That plays 2 more times. Okay, and then we get to the next section, which is kind of part of a verse, but it starts with the lyric, sign says, stay awake, fool. And we need to look at that section slightly differently because we've got some little stabs and some little sections where we drop out. So that's the last major section we need to go and look at. Let's go and look at that. Just heard the sign says stay awake section, as I've called it, a little clumsily. What we've got is an 8 bar section. First 2 bars, very similar to what we've already played. Okay, then the next 2 bars, also similar, but here's where the first kind of stab happens. So we're going to play something like this, and I'll just slow it down a fraction. So we've got C, 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 which are the stabs, and those stabs happen on the and of beat 3 and the and of beat 4. So I play those 4 bars more up to tempo so you can hear them in time. 2, 3, 4. Okay, then in the next 3 bars we're going to repeat just playing those stabs, so playing the B flat and the C on the ands of beat 3 and beat 4, and then in the 4th bar we're going to play a fill where we go from G to A to G, B flat, G, B flat, B natural, 2nd fret of the A string. So those 4 bars to tempo would sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Back to the main riff, that kind of pattern. So do watch that timing carefully. Go and repeat the intro section at the start of this section of the lesson, where I play through with the slowed down backing track, as that will really help you get a handle on it, and then have listened to the original and put those notes together and you'll be able to play through it. That's all the sections that we need to learn. Everything else is pretty repetitive from here. You can, on the riff, throw some variations in and make it more driving, so later on in the song, so instead of playing and just playing that, you could do all sorts of things. You could play, use the that C to B flat idea. There's lots of things you can do, but those are the basic parts. If you put them together, listen to the format of the original, you'll be able to play through the entire song and sound like it's very authentic.